rather than, lose totally 100%. Quickly count your costs. You might not make profits. At least you can break even. You can get the capital you used to enter the business. Quickly, you can opt out. So the business was a good one for me, and I was a success there. If you go online and check for deep fabric here, you'll find it online.
You really did a lot with the deep fabric here. In fact, when
I'm
you,
still
it
I,
was
I'm,
an
I'm still a part
opportunity.
owner. I'm still a part
Yes,
owner.
very. In fact, when you gave me the what's it called, the opportunity to buy into the company, I wanted to buy into it, but the issue was that it was during the promo period. Like currently now we have a promo period, and during this period we have a lot of cash flow traveling out of Lagos. What do I mean? Take for instance, we have close to, like, let's say 2 million naira, or let's say 5 million naira, 1.5 million naira that are already converted into stock on ground. Why we look for other fund, because the way it works is that whenever there are massive orders, you must not cancel the order. So we didn't really have a lot of cash flow to kickstart it. I mean, to buy into it. Another thing there was that I had what's it called? I didn't have enough time to properly stand by, but I needed somebody that is good, that I know in house. In fact, one of the reasons why I wanted to buy into that laundry business, because I have somebody is actually in one of my religious organization. I told him, I want to buy this company for you. You are into laundry, and I'm into this partnership. This Sandra, we have some what's it called, some part ownership also, but we're having a control ownership. I'm buying this for you. Use this to learn the rudiment of what's it called, the laundry business.
I can't hear you. I lost you. Hello?
Can you hear me, Sandra?
Yeah, I'm here. I guess it's network.
Sorry, I had here is network, Nigeria, and network. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
um,
fine. I'm here.
thank God, quite a number of us are here now. Like I was saying, I wanted to buy the what's it called, the laundry business, so that he can manage it. I know that in this within the space of 6 months, with the strategy, or 8 months, the strategy I want to put in place is going to boom. But I'm also concerned about my timing. So I was like, let me bring in this person. He told me he was going to leave where he's working because he was actually employed. And I was like, okay, very interesting. Leave where you're working, join us here, learn the management skill, and I just want you to. I'm going to even though we are still going to pay, the pay would also look like what you are earning, but just for a period of 6 months, let us boost this organization to another level, because you already have everything needed. Your name is registered on Google. You have the machineries, you have the machine, you have the workers, you have the recent. Your customer base are still up and running. So it's a very good opportunity, and it was like it's going to opt in. So when I was about to tidy up my e-commerce to plug out some cash and put it into the what's it called, into the laundry business, I he just broke out the news that he wouldn't be joining again. That he just wants to stay put at what he's doing. And I think one of the things that affected him was that he had less knowledge. He was looking at me that, how can this small boy employ an agbalagba like him? That was, even if he didn't tell me, I knew that that was what was on his mind. And I'm like, guy, this is for you to learn everything, and I can also help you to replicate this. Just for this period that I'm not 100%, my hand is not 100% on desk. Manage this. We are going to revamp this place, but in a short while, it just broke the news like it's not going to it's not going to be possible. And I was like, anything I want to do, I want to do it with I want to be very effective. I don't want to be busy doing
Yeah.
so many things without being effective. A lot of you trade busyness for effectiveness. You want to do this, be effective at it. Don't tell me that you get to work
Yeah.
and you didn't do anything. You can't point to whatever you do. You just signed in that you are in the work, but you just went to office. You didn't go to work. And that has been my principle. Like, okay, because I won't be effective with this, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to opt in at this point. And I think quite a number of stuff happened during that period. I was just like, okay, let's just focus on other things. It was a great one. So
Yeah.
the
For the
moving away from,
perfume, I started
yeah,
with 20,000 naira. And
okay,
it was easy for me because, as I was married then, I had an housemaid. So it was easy for me, and I
okay,
was working. So what I do is that
okay,
I started with 4 bottles of perfume, and I had a list of perfume. So once I offer and show you what I have, if what you want is not, your brand is not there, I try to ask you what's your brand. Once you tell me, I show you the list I have and my price list. Once you tell me you want this, I quickly go to Yaba because I had a supplier who was a big time supplier. So it gives me
okay,
at a very good rate. So I pick the perfume and I supply to you and you pay me.
okay,
And I was making very
okay.
good. I was making as much as 30 to 50% on my perfume
Wow,
because he was selling
wow,
designer and it was authentic. You know, there's some designer that are adulterated, something you cannot vouch for.
okay,
He was selling something that if you have issues with it, you can call me, you can return it. So,
wow,
but I found that
wow.
from that 6 perfume, I didn't
Okay,
even have so much perfume. I was on Conga and
okay,
Jumia. Once somebody placed an order and I get the
okay.
order, I immediately get to Yaba or send my maid
Wow,
then. I had an housemaid then. Or whilst going out for marketing, with marketing,
okay,
you have a very flexible time. I'm always on the field. On my way from
okay,
work, I'll pick the perfumes. So when I get back home, I'll do my packaging. And then when Jumia and Konga was running it, they send dispatch rider to pick up from your location. You
from
don't
your
have to
location.
drop.
Yeah,
At the
yeah, the
time when
package
I had a
part.
bottleneck was when they said you have to be dropping at their store. It was difficult. But then when they were coming to my house to pick up, it was great for me. Once they get to my house, they give me a call. I call my housemaid and say, so person is at the gates. Take this thing, give to the dispatch rider, make sure he signs my copy, then give the perfume to him. So that was what I do. And then it was so easy for me. It was seamless. I was selling perfume without, having a store. I was just selling. I wasn't without having a physical store. I only had an online store. So once the order comes, I didn't need to go borrow money to start and buy so much perfume because when you start selling perfume and you buy stocks that people don't buy, after a while the packaging look very old and nobody will want to buy it from you. So once I get an order and I have 24
You go
hours
back.
to deliver, I quickly within
Wow.
24 hours get the thing ready, accept the order on Konga and Jumia sites, and I tell them when it's ready for pickup. I go online, I click and I write, okay, it is ready for pickup. The next day, a dispatch comes to pick it. And it was seamless in such a way that Konga will pay me and I had less return. I don't know if Mimi is online here. Mimi will tell you that, Sandra, you had a very good rating on your Jumia platform. When I wanted to do this book and I needed a platform to sell the book, Mimi was telling me, oh, Sandra, you don't have to create a new Jumia or Konga. He said, because your ratings were high, you had less return. Because those are the things that Konga and Jumia will look at. How many returns do you have? Were you able to fulfill all orders? You understand? And that was what made me, I blew, I would tell you, because I started with 20,000 naira. I found out that I had 400,000. I found out that I had 1 million. I found out that I was able to buy
Wow.
tickets to Dubai because that's the first country that, then that would allow you to travel without going to struggle to get a visa. While you're in your house, you can just pay for Dubai visa. The next thing you get is a mail. Your visa is ready. You can travel within 3, 4 days and you're back. And that was how I did. And
Awesome.
I went in, I bought stuff from Dubai, went to Turkey because I knew that people love Turkey shirts, Turkey wear, because of their fashion. It's a lot, their finishing is a lot better. And I was able to, go to Turkey, go to Dubai. And I had those things in my house I was selling. And because I now have a car to do my marketing, it was easier. So after marketing, I've already built relationship with this my IT people that I go to sell software to. So it was easier for me to sell to my friends and also to sell to my colleagues at school whilst doing my masters. So I had a platform to sell. Then
Wow.
my neighbors and people around my street knew I was selling.
Wow. That's awesome. You said mention of something that is very, very important. You add a platform to sell. Now, when I
Yes.
started selling my fashion item also, one of the things that made me bust into a million, I used to tell people who upload on WhatsApp status. Some of these your contacts are not really are not really your target audience. They are just your contacts. You got them from friends and the like. Some of them are also contacts. If you're someone that you built your target audience as a contact, like for me now, my contacts are my target audience because over the years I've built over 2,000 plus WhatsApp contacts who are my target audience. I've done this over the years for like 5 years. So, but there are some people on your contact are your house maybe your schoolmates, your university mate, little people who are business oriented, and you try to push some things on your status on your to them on WhatsApp, and they're not buying into it. They are not your target audience. They're just an inner. Let's just say they are a contact. So, and what Sandra just said now is having a platform. The Kunga and the Jumia platform boosted quite a number of our sales. I can also remember that these people also boosted my sales. In fact, Sandra used her money to travel out to get more items to sell. I used my money into real estate investment. And that is what business is. At the point at which the business is booming, you need to look for how to position well for the business to boom more.
Diversify.
Do you need to expand more or diversify? So I can relate with what you said. I started with 75,000 naira. In fact, I started with 3 5 marketing other people's products. And when I saw my dashboard that I'd already sold 3 million naira for this person. And I can't account for 25,000 because I was spending my money anyhow. buying what I don't need, buying what I thought I need, but I don't need them. Then something came to my mind. I believe it. God told me, why don't you save up money? You've sold for this guy for 3 million. You can't even account for 25,000. Yeah, that's very bad. I have a plan on this online stuff for you. Focus on it. So I I intentionally saved up to 100,000. I used 25,000 for something else. Then 75,000, and I started the business with it. Only in the space of 1 year, with the help of God, I got other my brother. His university school fees was 150,000. I merged it with my 75,000. As at then, my 75,000 was already like 120. So I had close to 300,000 with me that I was doing my business with. Within the space of 7, 8, 9, 10 months, I racked in millions. And as at then, I'm not in a relationship that relationship is demanding, cost money. So
It's
I have
demanding.
to I can't even think about expenses. In fact, people around me don't even know that this guy is ranking in six figures. So I had no choice than to say, oh, I can easily pull out like a 1 million naira into real estate investment. And even when you see me, you think I don't even have 50,000 naira with me. And that's how I diversify. And we grew that. So your current business can back other business if you manage it well.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you moved from the what's it called, from the perfume business. A lot of people would thrive well, especially females would thrive well in perfume businesses. So take for instance, somebody want to move into perfume business, like you said. I'm just giving a summary of what you said to some of us watching us now. You don't really need to have the 100%. Like you're doing a business now, and you see that people are not buying into it. Leave them and focus on another. Try to look at another arm of business that is a bit related. Have a platform, because sometimes you can't do the whole marketing yourself. You need to have a platform that can sell for you with as little as 20,000 naira, and you have a platform. Because sometimes, if I said I should use my platform, in fact, I stopped selling that fashion item on my WhatsApp. I post and post and post and post and post, no order. And that's the same thing some people are facing now. But when I signed up with this company, Kunga and Junior, in fact, I still sell on the platform today. Even though I'm not 100% present, I have people doing the work. I'm still there. So have a platform, seek for a platform that can market your product without you facing the stress of doing Facebook ad, Instagram ad, Google ad, YouTube ad. You need to be very, very, very good internet savvy. Or not, let me not say very, very good, because all these things are easy now. But at the start point, you might not be able to kick off with that. So have a platform that sells. Now, I want to ask Sandra very, very important question in the area. Of course, I'm going to ask you a question for myself. I am a real estate organization, and one of the things I realized about how were the company you market for, how were they able to motivate you? Did they motivate you in getting the result you got for them? How did they structure their marketing what's it called, department? They gave them a basic fee, and they gave them also commission based on what they sell. What do you think they did that made them um, um, grow their marketing department well, to grow their business?
You see, the moment you become a sales champion, you would never, companies will be looking for you. Sincerely. Companies will come. Sometimes, my first place of work, I stayed about 5 years. I was there for 4 years, 9 months. I was being paid a peanut, but I was working with a good boss who was ready to build. He was someone that would come to the office and said, I know I'm working with great teams. The words he says were words of reassuring. They were motivational. He would come and said, "You are the best team anyone can ever have." He gave me a platform to grow. He gave me a platform to get skilled, because I didn't learn marketing from anywhere, and I needed to get skilled. I needed to sell an IT software I was never exposed to. So I had a platform that every Friday we were being trained. Because for you to become a salesperson and a sales champion, you must know what you're selling. You must be able to present it, because whoever wants to speak with you wants to see you coming from a level of a knowledge-based level. I can't get
mm,
to an employer, or I can't get to a company and tell them, okay, hold on, let me go and call my MD to come and market to talk to you. They won't give me audience again, because your first
mm,
footing, your first door opening that you get, you must catch them such that they don't want to
mm,
leave you, such that they want to hear you, such that they want to, fix an appointment. So the moment I come in, I tell them about the software, bullet points of what the software can make for them and make life easy for them. And I try to get an appointment. The next meeting will be with my MD and my ED. So I'm coming prepared. I'm coming with my arsenal, my people, to present the solution. And there is no way you go there with your, employer, the owner of the companies, and they see that you're coming with, people of integrity. They would listen.
mm, mm,
So,
mm.
and with that, on LinkedIn, I never looked for a job. Whilst I was there, I was getting employer calling me. I had
Okay.
resourcery called me. You understand?
Okay.
I was having job like every 6 months. So some of them I will refuse them and like let me stay up to 2 years. I don't want to get my resume spoiled, because my first job I was there for 4 years, about 5 years. You understand? I went to resourcery, and I'm sure maybe you know resourcery, opposite Banker's House at Diola Opera at VI. I worked there for about two
No.
years. When I got
Okay.
done, and because of childbearing and having children, and you need to put your child in a daycare, by the time I leave and close from VI at 5, I don't get to mainland till about 7. And the daycare and the crèche would, be complaining, Madam, we want to close. Where are you? And your baby is outside waiting for you. So those were things I had to think, and it's okay. I needed a job on the mainland because I live on the mainland. Because, as a woman, for guys, it's easy for them to fly anywhere they want to go. But as a woman and a mother, you also need to go back to your drawing board to ask yourself, do you want to continue to work in VI? Do you have the kind of money to, pay for crèche in VI? And knowing where I was coming from, I wasn't able to afford a crèche on the island. So I had to look for a job on the mainland. And the moment I got a job on the mainland, I had to leave because my baby was barely 2 months old. And my husband wasn't happy, getting to see my baby to stay outside. The daycare is closed at 6 or 6:30. They give me a grace of 30 minutes. And I come and meet my baby outside, probably crying. And, as a mother, you're
Wow.
emotional. So I had to
Mm,
leave the job on the island and look for a job on the
okay.
mainland. So I was on the mainland for a while until when my baby were all grown and I could leave them in. I had a good nanny to take care of my baby. Then I was able to go back to the island, because most of the good jobs that pay well are on the
On the
island.
other.
So if you're on the mainland, you get peanuts.
You're
So
right.
when I had
You're
a
right.
good
You're
nanny,
right.
I was able to go back again to get the job kind of
You're right.
job I want.
You're right. You're right. Even at this level, I used to get job offers from companies that like financial for come to our organization. In fact, and I'll be on the island. I know the island ambience. You'll be like, oh, I don't want to leave this ambience. Oh, and of course, you're really gonna connect with a lot of people. Even very very flexible. Some will be like, okay, want to put you in this position, even if you be working from home for 2 days and work with us in the office for 3 days. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see how I would magic. So I really can thank you so much for this. Thank you
One of
so
the
much for this.
exposure I want to say,
Okay,
marketing give you an
okay.
exposure that no other company, no other job will give you. It might not be easy. You get to meet with MDs, you get to meet with directors, company owners, because you're coming to sell something to make their life better. So in management meetings, I get to meet with IT managers, I get to meet with the CEO,
Boost your
COO.
contacts.
Yes, I have a lot of clientele base that even sometimes now I still chat them. And sometimes I keep telling myself, what can I sell to keep this relationship?
To these people.
Because they are there. Because when
I
I
want
was
to ask
working
you a question.
in resourcery, I was asked to manage oil and gas. So I was
Okay.
going to Mobile, Adax, Shell, OKLNG. I was going to Abuja. I was traveling to Warri. I was going to Port Harcourt because then I now have a good nanny. I was able to take the kind of job I can. You understand? And the driving factor here, my salary was about 500,000, but I have my commissions even much more than my salary. So what motivates you as a marketer is the commissions. So if I don't sell in a particular month, I feel low because I'm going to just manage with my salary for that month. But sometimes you get to your account, you are seeing more than 500,000, you're seeing 700,000, you're seeing a million. You'll be like, oh my God,
Your head will be
sales is
sparking to do
interesting.
more.
Sales is interesting. So,
Okay.
you will take it as a prayer point. You will learn more skills. You will go online and say, how do I make myself, close deals? Because
Better
I found out
sales
that I was
person.
able to open doors. There's really no company I could not go to, open the door. So my boss will tell you then, even to, I'm still in touch with my boss to today. You understand? We still talk. If you look at my video, my trailer, you would probably see his
Yeah.
name there, Yellow Kiremi.
Okay.
He will tell me Sandra can open any door. Just name it. So if he wants to get anywhere, will tell me, talk to Sandra.
Wow, this is awesome.
Because
You
I don't take no for an answer. I'm persistent. Because if you want to make a fortune and you want to break through in life, you must be persistent. And you must not take in or give in to challenges. It will surely come. People will reject you, people will talk to you, but when they see the stuff that you're made of, they will want to identify with you. They will want to keep the relationship. I have a lot of people I have sold to. I still talk to them in ExxonMobil. It's been a while, over 6 years. I sold to anything to someone in ExxonMobil. I'm still in touch with them. You understand?
that's the beauty.
Some of them on
Mm,
LinkedIn get in touch with me because of my book.
that's it. That's one of the main reasons I love sales, because with selling skills you get to meet people that you don't know, and you create relationship. Relationship is very, very important. You get to meet people and create relationship even after selling. You can always do something better with those people. Now, look at the last time we tried to have a video meeting. Um, in as much as I wanted to sell an investment to you the first time we met, you also wanted to sell something to me at another point. But that relationship kept us going. The last time we had a meeting, you gave me one thing I like about you is that I told my audience on WhatsApp that once you trust somebody, you can give contacts. Any meeting we do, there is no way you will drop like 2 or 3 contacts from you. I have close, let's say like three, I say three, maybe if not 10 contacts from you. The other day you sent me contact from Dubai. You sent me, you are just good, you are just free with people when you trust them. And that's what relationship can do to you. Um Especially, and for one of the ways you gain this relationship is through trying to sell, trying to meet people. There are
Well, I
kind
have
of
another
people I
book
have.
coming up on relationship.
Okay, on
Relationship is
relationship.
sacrifice.
Mhm.
You must
So I
spend.
will. Wow, wow. So I just want to, a lot of people who I really want to say thank you so much for coming. A lot of people are really enjoying you, and that's why they are up till now. Of course, I hope you'll be available for us tomorrow. Now, tomorrow maybe one of the things that I want to please share with us is in the aspect of now before we close, you're also going to talk to us about
Yeah.
the book and the launching of the book. Of course, if they want to get the book, how they can get the book, and then tomorrow, we're also going to talk about some other aspects related to your story. What the global exposure add to your business? What are the core outline in your journey that you see help you to move into new levels at different points? You're, okay, this thing that I did moved me into a new level. Okay, I did this particular project. It moved me into a new realm. So people can there are people they're at a particular level, but they don't really know how to move out, of that level. Maybe they are stuck with what's it called, with a particular product they are selling, and they can't just, they are not making sales, or they've invested a lot of money in a particular business and they are stuck. So on that, we're going to, I don't know, we're going to, I'm going to list out all those stuff and send it to you before tomorrow's section. Of course, I would like to have you here also. So please, can you just tell us in summary about this book and how people, when it will be launched, how people can get it? And that will be, I'm with you, please.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity to talk on this platform. I take it as an honor for you to call me to give me this opportunity to speak. I will be launching the book on Sunday, December 5th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, West African Time, 8 p.m. It's going to be
Okay.
live on YouTube, Facebook, and
Okay.
Instagram. So you
Okay.
can log on to watch and you can get it on Jumia and Konga. I just try
Okay.
to reactivate my account on those platforms because you always will need a platform, a medium to sell anything. So I knew that
Yeah.
selling a book, I can only go back to Go Konga and Jumia.
Yeah. So
And I
that
also
people
am
can easily
on
access it.
there is also an e-orb where I belong, my e-orb. You can sell
Okay.
e-copy for those who do not want the physical copy. They can go online and get yeah.
Okay, so can you please share us your YouTube handle
Yeah,
so that I can just
it's on
paste
the
it here?
private chats. I don't know. Can you see the private
Okay.
chat? Yeah.
Is it on WhatsApp? Okay,
No.
let me move to the private chat here.
It's I sent it to you
Okay,
as WhatsApp. I also sent it on
okay.
StreamYard.
I can't
It's
see
on your
any private
WhatsApp.
chat here, but it's on my WhatsApp. Let me quickly access my WhatsApp and pull that out. Let me access my WhatsApp and pull that out. Okay, okay, so on Sunday, this coming Sunday, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. This coming Sunday it will be out, and guess what? When Sandra wanted to, uh, this book is readily available to you, very very readily available. I'm gonna put Sandra's YouTube channel. Oh, I can't see your YouTube. Okay, the
The YouTube is
YouTube
there.
link. Okay, I would bring that up now. I'll bring that up now. I'll bring
You
that
seen
up
it?
now. Yeah, I'm seeing
Have
the.
you seen it?
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it. So I'm going to share it to us so that we can always follow you and get to learn. People are still joining. So if you have questions, please start throwing in your questions so that Sandra can attend to our questions. Now, this Sandra's YouTube channel, because I don't do this, I don't post people's YouTube channel because I myself am growing my own channel. But for Sandra, Sandra is a lot to me. Somebody who can just she can just pull up your contact and just give you people's contact. The other day she's like, Paul, my family would like to have you. Would like to host you for some days in UK. And like, oh, thank God, I've seen a place that I'm going to spend some time with in UK with Sandra, and she's ready to really. And one thing about relationship is that if you want to build great relationship, always there's something I learned from one of my mentor, one of my pastors. He said, hide your need and show your seed. Anytime you hide your need and show your seed to people you meet, everybody has needs and everybody has seed. You are more appreciated when you show your seed. Every time you show your seed, people respond back to you, showing back their seed, which is your need. Take for instance, you need money, but when you create your first relationship with people, you don't just go and say, "I need money, please lend me money." You show your seed. You have something to offer. Like Sandra had while she was working with the IT company, she moved into companies and say, "Oh, we have this software to sell. She was selling a seed. She was selling seeds to people like, oh, this is what you need. Have access to it. And while you sell that seed, money comes in return, which is the commission, which is the relationship. Those are your needs. So you must always hide your need and show your seed. You have two seeds. You can either show them or you can sow them. Sowing your seed is in the area of the resources you have. You want to replant them for them to germinate the more, to produce more seed. There are some seeds that you have to show to people in order for them to give you a need, what you need in return. And that's what I've experienced with Sandra. I try to launched this book. I'm like, yes, I have someone that can do or that can publish this book for you. And even though the book publishing was not in my agenda, I was like, okay, let's do this. We make sure we publish the book. This is the timeline. How do we get it? And within the space of, let's say, 10 days, or let's just say 7 to 10 to 14 days, the book is ready in Nigeria. So we have the book in Nigeria and also have it in UK, and you can have access to it. So please, I want us to ask me your questions. I'm going to put Sandra's YouTube, so you can always follow Sandra here on YouTube. Just type Sandra Ukoh. I'm going to learn more about her. So just type that. There are a lot number of stuff she will be posting on her YouTube channel. So of course, she told me that she want to interview the president of US if once she has the access. So she's going to be launching a particular program just like I did now, and the program is on what's it called? Just like we have the Millionaire University. So the Millionaire University is targeted at you creating millions, at you doing what you getting
Making a
information that
difference.
yeah. Okay, so our program is called Making a Difference. It's going to be bringing a lot of people on the platform. Of course, I'll also be on our platform also on Making a Difference. She's going to do so. We plan to do quite a number of interviews together. She also will be having quite a number of people who had made a difference in their space. And this is what we want to do for 2022. We want to make a difference. In 2021, I really made a difference. Seriously, I really had my 2021 is so different from my 2020. I can point at so many things I did in 2021. And 2021 is not over yet. We are still doing more. So you need to stay put. I also want to appreciate some of us who are online now. Of course, some of us are going to work today, and we are still online. We're still watching a video for almost 1 hour 37 minutes. Kudos to you guys. Thank you so much, great people. I don't know what Sandra wants to share to us before we call it today. Then we get ready for tomorrow's section, which is also same time 11 p.m., which is going to be very mind blowing. What do you have to share with us? What is someone who does not want anything to hold him back?
Yeah, you have to be focused and you have to know where you're going to. What's your plan? Yes, you must know what you want in life. You must have a vision. He said, without vision, there is no restriction. That means you can go anyhow, anyway. But once you have a vision, then you have to come up with a plan on how to get to that end point. How do you get to the end point? Once you know where you're going to, you will cut everything that would distract you from getting to your end points. So in life, you must have a vision. You must have an end point where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to see yourself in 10 years? What are the plans and the goals that you have? How smart is it? Is it smarter? What I mean by smart is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? And are they time bound? You must
Wow.
have all those things in place. Once you have them in place, you would always make it, even when obstacles come. You won't throw in the towel. You won't chicken out. Because a lot of times people run away from their problem. They think somebody is chasing them from their village or somebody is haunting them somewhere. You get what I mean? Once you have know what you're doing, even when challenges come, you will you will fight your challenges. David fought with Goliath. I'm sure everybody's wondering, how did he win? You must have a God factor in everything you do. The God factor was what made a difference in my life. I'm sure if I didn't have a God, or I had no dependence on God, I probably would be here and there, not knowing where I'm going.
Okay, so having a network problem from Sandra's end.
Yeah, I
I,
can hear you. I can hear you.
okay, can you hear me now, Sandra?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm okay.
Okay, okay.
It's
Thank you
fine. I
so
can.
much. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Sandra. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about,
Sure,
of
I'm
course,
here. I'm hearing you better.
okay, great. So tomorrow we'll be talking about global relevance. In global relevance, we're going to have a tip on the global relevance, a tip on eh, relationship, how it can help boost one, um, as what is it called? How it can help boost one global relevance, how global relevance affected your business, and also the power of relationship. Then I'm going to send all this to you on WhatsApp. Thank you so much, Sandra. I really appreciate this. Never
Thank
knew that
you.
I'm going to be doing this, but because the Millionaire University, you are the first person that I am bringing on board of the Millionaire University, and this program has been on for I think 8 to 9 weeks. But last 2 weeks, I couldn't do the Millionaire University due to a particular professional an exam I was actually doing, even though I didn't tell some of my audience. So, but you are the first person I'm bringing in on the Millionaire University. I'm also glad I'm going to bring in you tomorrow so that you can also share a lot about this. So please don't forget to okay, I let me see. Don't forget to follow Sandra also on our YouTube channel. So just type Sandra NB Ukoh. If you want me to send you the link to our YouTube channel, send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link to our YouTube channel so that you can stick to the Making a Difference program. She will start shortly. So just go to Sandra NB Ukoh. So if I copy this now and search on YouTube, you can see it came out. So you should do what you can easily have access to that. So let me quickly post that on the what is it called? Okay, this is it here. So all you just need to do is just go right there. So just type Sandra NB Ukoh and you're ready to kick off. So we are live here. Please send in your questions. We have less than 15 minutes. I really, really value your time. A lot of my audience are married people, advanced people, and they are still live up to 2 hours. I value your time so much, and I don't want to spend more than we want to end this before 1 a.m. so that because I know you are going to work tomorrow. So please just quickly send in your questions so that Sandra can quickly attend to it within 5-10 minutes. And if there is okay, I'll be if there is we are waiting for your question so that we can just quickly even some of the questions you've answered them. Someone um, asked about how to kickstart the perfume business. Um, okay. So library J here is liking your background, saying that oh your bookshelf is filled with a lot of books. Means you'll be a lover of knowledge. So thank you to Library J for this. So please send in your questions, and I just give
Thank
this
you.
question opening. Okay, for let's say 2 minutes. Once our question is not up, we'll call it a day. And tomorrow, before we start tomorrow's session, I'm going to upload the biography of Sandra so that you can have access. So I just want us to go on just like a 1 minute break so that we can type in our questions. Then Sandra joins us. I mean, we come back. So just give us a minute break and we come back. Anywhere you go, anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, not make. Okay, so we are back, and um, I want to say thank you so much, great people, for still sticking around till this current moment. Sandra, I also appreciate you. Thank you so much. I can remember when I first met you. I also shared this to my audience. When I first met you in the organization where you work last before you travel out. When I saw you, I was like, you 3 to 2 people were following you, like the big boss. I was like, hey, this is the person I want to meet to. So when you attended to me, I was like, when you were speaking, I was like surprised, like, wow, this woman. I just respected that moment because it was really an atmosphere. I never knew that. Oh, I'm coming to such a big office like that. But when I got to the gate, the secretary was like, oh, I mean, the gate man was like, okay, move in. Since you have an appointment, I had to sit down somewhere to wait. And when you came out, you had like 3 other people coming out with you again. I was like, hey, I've come to meet one big madam, bro. And I, and it was really, 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 really a nice one that I met you. I hope and I know that we have a lot to do together, and we will actually do that. So you'll be up here tomorrow again, right? You join us tomorrow, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So since we have no questions, some of them have sent us a question, even though they are still online. These are my people, eh? It is until we press end. So thank you so much, great people. And we'll be ending this broadcast. Of course, I'm going to put this live for some moments so you can still share the link to some people. Let them join and watch this video. Get a lot of information. I learned a lot. In fact, I have over 2 pages written in nuggets. I wrote down a lot of points here, of which I'm going to ask you other questions tomorrow. And you have a lot of experience in sales, and also anybody who must make money must learn selling. So in fact, I mentioned this time without number. Each time money hits my account is because I just made sales. So you can't eliminate sales if you always want money. So you must master that selling. And I'm so surprised and I'm so happy with your experience. There are a lot of knowledge to draw out from you. So thank you so much, Sandra. I'll be ending the broadcast now. I'll be ending it with the what's it called? With the intro clip. So I'll send you a message on WhatsApp because I'll move into the clip now. And in the next 2 minutes, the broadcast would end. So I'll send you a personal message on WhatsApp. So if you want to follow Sandra, of course, look at her name here, Sandra Ukoh. Just type that on YouTube and you get to meet her personally on YouTube. All right, great people. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye. always make